Hey everyone, it's Dennis Brown, and I wanted to shoot this video because today we're talking about your LinkedIn headline and how to create a compelling and effective LinkedIn headline that will attract your target audience, that will attract new clients to you. And so, first I'm going to start with a question. Have you guys ever heard the expression, you only get one chance to make a good first impression? I'm sure you have. Most people have. Well, in business and in life and in social media and on LinkedIn, it's never been more true. You get about 3 to 5 seconds to make a good first impression. And so your LinkedIn headline is probably the most compelling and valuable piece of real estate on your entire LinkedIn profile. The reason being is because it follows you everywhere you go. And the message that you deliver there is either going to attract or repel your target audience. What I see a lot, and one of the things that I cringe at, is when I see people using that headline for their title, like CEO or director of sales or HR manager. Okay. Your title, there's plenty of places in your profile that you can highlight your title, but that is a complete waste of time in your headline. You really need to use that to draw a picture and to deliver a value message to your target audience. So I'm going to give you 5 tips today that's going to help you create a compelling and powerful LinkedIn headline. The first tip is this. There are 4 questions I want you to answer out of the gate. Number 1 is, what do you do? As succinctly as possible, write that down. Second of all, who do you help? Third, how can you help? And fourth, what proof do you have of your experience? Write those things down. It's going to save you a lot of time when creating your headline, but more importantly, it's going to save you a ton of time when optimizing your overall profile. That's number 1. Number 2 is, I want you to, as succinctly as possible, I want you to deliver your value proposition to the market. To your target market, what is your value proposition? And part B to that is, what credibility do you have? Build some credibility. Talk about building a little bit of credibility. Like in my profile, you see Inc. 500 fastest growing CEO. My company was ranked by Inc. magazine 6 times as one of the fastest growing companies in the country, privately held companies in the country. So I use that as a way to let people know that I've built successful businesses. I'm not just speaking in theory, but I've actually built 3 multi-million-dollar companies in my career. Okay, so you build some credibility. That's number 2. Number 3 is, and this is a big one, this is a huge mistake I see people making, and that is, make sure you're speaking directly to your target audience. So you, number 1, need to define exactly who your perfect customer avatar is. You need to make sure that you understand exactly who that person is, and you need to deliver the message directly to them. There's a misconception in social media, and that is that popular is profitable, and that's a mistake. You don't care if you have 100,000 Twitter followers. If 95,000 of them are not your target market, then you're just wasting your time delivering your message to all the wrong people. If you've got 10,000 LinkedIn connections and none of them are potential customers, or only a small number of them, you're probably going to struggle with generating leads or getting clients. So you want to make sure that your message is specifically tailored to your exact target market. Make sure you're speaking to them. Don't worry about anybody else, only your target market. Number 4 is, be creative. Now, I'm going to be upfront with you. I'm not the most creative guy. I didn't get that gene. My kids got that gene, but I did not get that gene. So, but what I found is that a little bit of creativity when you're crafting your message can go a long way to making yourself memorable and sticking out from the crowd. Okay, because it's a crowded place. Let's think about it. Social is a very crowded place. So a little bit of creativity can go a long way. And then number 5 is, make sure that you don't make these common mistakes. Number 1, do not use all caps, right? Do not use all caps for your headline. Number 2, try to avoid using symbols. I'm not a big guy on symbols. Number 3 is, don't use your title or your email or your phone number. Do not put those in your headline. Next is don't be boring. Don't be cheesy, and don't be desperate. Okay. So those are a few don't do's when it comes to your LinkedIn headline. And that was tip number 5. So just remember, guys, your LinkedIn headline is the most valuable piece of real estate on your entire profile. And the reason being is because it follows you everywhere you go. You only get one chance to make a good first impression. So implement some of the things and strategies that I shared with you today, some of the tips, and I'm confident that you'll be well on your way to creating a compelling and effective LinkedIn headline that will attract your perfect customer avatar. So thanks for tuning in. Keep the likes and shares and comments up. I love seeing that stuff come in. Truly appreciate it. Stay tuned for future blog posts and videos, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks.